Hi, my name is Tam, and today I'll be doing my presentation on school lunches and tax rates. So, how is that 76% of hospitalized patients are either overweight or obese? Does it prove the danger obesity poses on our health? So, given that 42.4% of the U.S. population is affected by obesity, the U.S. Congress should pass a federal bill raising income tax to fund the USDA for ensuring organic food options are available in school meals, shaping children's dietary habits from a young age, and addressing any long-term health issues. So my main goal today is to convince everyone why it's vital to get this bill passed by bringing up the health risks that poses to human wellness due to obesity and the fact that the U.S. school system is providing mainly ultra-processed foods, contributing to the obesity rate. So to begin, let's start with the impact obesity has on our overall health physically and mentally. Obesity is a factor that has many serious health consequences. Specifically, people with an unhealthy amount of body fat are commonly known for having greater risk to many diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, cardiovascular disease, stroke, and many forms of cancer. Coming with that is an elevated risk of death. According to the National Cancer Institute, obesity increases the probability of developing cancer, not by body fat itself, but rather hormones and insulin levels in the body. For example, excess fat tissues produces an excess amount of estrogen, a hormone which high levels are associated with an increase of breast and some other type of cancers. Besides from having physical consequences, obesity has many mental impacts due to the changes in hormones. In a research paper about health impacts of obesity, Shirin De Liliana is a assistant professor of epidemiology, mentions how obesity could lead to mental disorders like overeating and bulimia. With the numerous comorbidities associated with obesity I have just mentioned, it's evident that maintaining a healthy weight is very crucial for sustaining a high quality of life. But are we doing a good job at maintaining a healthy weight? The U.S. Obesity rate reflect the truth that we are not paying enough attention to our eating habits and mindset about food. The National School Lunch Program report that every year approximately 4.9 billion meals are provided to students under the program funded by the United States Department of Agriculture on its website. However, since the USDA's current proposes more about reaching as many children as possible to ensure they have access to food during school hours, it's standard for the type of food being served as not being very healthy and nutritious enough. The food is any frozen package, canned varieties, and because of their convenience and affordability, which is also called ultra-processed foods. According to Catherine McNaws, the director of the Department of Nutrition at the Brigham University and Women's Hospital, identifies ultra-processed food as having many additives like preservative, emulsifiers, stabilizers added, as especially unhealthy fats and refined sugar. Example of these foods are hot dogs, soft drinks, fast food, packaged cookies, salty snacks, and French fries and frozen meals. All right. Consuming an excess amount of sugar and unhealthy fats lead to an overconsumption of calories, which is the main cause of uncontrollable weight gain. It's proven through research in the Cambridge University Press published about the consumption of ultra-processed foods and health status, as the conclusion states that from 23 studies conducted, the highest ultra-processed food consumption was associated with a significant increase in risk of obesity by 39% and many other health problems. Further emphasized the need for the U.S. Congress to pass this bill that would increase the income tax rate to increased fund for the USDA so that school meals will be changed to mainly organic foods. Organic food is often low in calories and the contents stay close to natural. Therefore, nutrition levels are high and higher than highly processed foods. Of studies conducted by the Environmental Working Group, organic food contains heart-healthy nutrition with less added sugars, trans fat, and sodium when compared to their highly processed counterparts. Poor education about nutrient-rich and sustainable diets will gradually shape an unhealthy eating habits full of ultra-processed food in students, which would cause many major health issues in the long term. Therefore, with the shift from providing ultra-processed food to organic food, the U.S. Congress is not only helping lower the obesity rate, but also set a foundation for lifelong wellness for millions, if not billions, of children. Given the disadvantages of highly processed foods, organic food is a healthier option that should be provided to students at a young age as they spend most of their time at school. Now let's talk why Congress should raise income taxes. This is in the 2023 position paper that School of Nutrition Association released, expressed how 88% of schools are barely meeting the current nutrition standards because of critical economic and regulatory challenges. To be more specific, inflation and labor shortages are increasing the cost of producing school lunch so much that not even higher reimbursement rates fails to cover. Even higher reimbursement rates from the USDA cannot cover the cost of the current nutrition standards, would the USDA be willing to cover more of the expensive organic food standards that I'm talking about? The answer to that, the chance is extremely low, and we ourselves should pay for more of our own, out of our own money for the future of our children, instead of hoping someone else would do it for us. No one cares about your family more than you do. We all know why paying for a higher tax rate is needed for our own benefit and not something outrageous. As obesity leads to numerous physical and mental health issues, it's essential for us to make changes preventing the future generation from unhealthy eating habits. There's no better and easier way to do it than providing children with more nutritious meals at school, since they spend most of their developing / adolescent years there. Considering around 40% of the U.S. Population is affected by obesity, it's imperative that the U.S. Congress should enact a federal bill to increase income taxes to create additional revenue to fund the USDA for providing organic food options in school meals, helping shape children's dietary habits at a young age. And why would anyone want to live in the fear of having to pay for their kids' healthcare bills when right now we can make some changes and simply paid a little bit of extra income tax to considerably lower the chance of having future health problems? And that will conclude my presentation. Thank you so much. These are my speaker notes.